How are you fags doing tonight? Before I begin, do not, under any circumstances, go after the people I've mentioned today, or the people that are involved with these users. However, this is a video I wanted to make for a long while, and I have every right to make it since my suspicions are curious. Also, I am sure I'm not the only one who feels this way. It has come to my attention that there is uproar in the Splatoon community. Why? It is to do with two people. Skul, a YouTuber with over 200k subs, and a user by the name of Kyjana on Twitter. Skul recently mentioned that Kyjana will no longer be in his videos. But the sketchy thing is that Skul did not give a reason why. There are videos on YouTube explaining Kyjana's origins. But there is more I want to add to this. How come? Because I've been observing what has happened the past year with her and Skul's behavior. And to my knowledge, they are acting very suspicious. One does not leave quietly to never be heard of again. Especially when there's a paycheck involving co-workers on YouTube. I'm going to keep the video short as possible. But I want you all to catch up to speeds about what has happened the past year she was with him. Number 1. Kyjana was just a normal fan of Skul. But then Skul out of the blue just invited her to his channel, along with other YouTubers who work with Skul. There is no concrete evidence why he did. Probably because 1, she's a girl, and 2, she was the only one who gave him decent fan art. Skul was so determined to get her a Switch. And he did by doing fundraisers to give Kyjana the money. Which, if you ask me, very questionable. Keep in mind that Skul is married. When you give someone $300 you hardly know for not even 6 months, that alone is some hardcore dedication. Number 2. She has a history for starting drama every time she gets into something new and trendy. Or she does it to get famous. It's obvious the fame went to her head. But she's very well known for starting drama over the smallest things. And is super rude to people. But everyone always has to apologize to her despite her overreacting and being too sensitive over anything. Such as in the past when she would cry over the smallest shit. Number 3. And the biggest reason I am making this video. There is a possible scandal involving Skul and Kyjana. Here are Kyjana's recent tweets. She says specifically, she does not want to hear or see Skul mentioned ever again on any social media platform. She went as far as to block all named variants on Twitter. That's some dedication to remove someone who gave you a Switch for free. It leads me to believe something deeper happened. But here is Skul's recent tweet. Very vaguely explaining Kyjana's whereabouts. Something doesn't add up. Before they wrote these tweets, Kyjana was gone from Skul's videos for a while due to quote-unquote life problems. Then she said she doesn't want to be in Skul's videos anymore. Without context to why. All the while, Skul was quiet and didn't mention Kyjana until January 2nd. Why are these two so vague about what went down? Well, here's my possible answer. Skul was possibly having some private time with Kyjana too much. Yes, as in cheating on his wife. It would make sense since Kyjana went so far to block Skul out of existence. And the same goes to Skul when he doesn't give his fans the explanation they deserve. This is a theory, but I do have one piece of evidence that could change this. This is a user who emailed Skul about Kyjana. He said specifically it's not her fault. It's not her fault. Interesting to say the least. Considering how these two are acting recently, I wouldn't be surprised if this did happen, and it seems the possibilities are high. You could make the argument that maybe Kyjana left cause the drama was following her, and Skul didn't want that on his channel. However, they could have still communicated over Discord, Skype, or DMs on Twitter if that was the case. They have so many options to talk privately, but these things are not adding up from my hypothesis. Before I end this video, I have a few more things to say. If this is what happened, then you two are no better than you think you are. Having private matters who your co-workers, friends, and spouses don't even know is low enough, but to lie to both of your fans like that is unbelievable. And don't give me the excuse of, well, some fans thought Skul and Kyjana were together as a real couple. Yeah, no. I've actually seen those comments. And a silly misunderstanding like that wouldn't do much damage. I hope you guys can understand where I'm coming from. I used to be a fan of Skul's content, now I am a questionable fan debating on how to cope with this. If this somehow gets removed from YouTube, I will know why. It will be very easy if my theory does prove to be true.